Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're continuing our journey into Canada with fascinating facts about this incredible country. From awe-inspiring landscapes to fun cultural quirks, get ready to learn some things you didn't know about the Great White North. Canada ranks as the second-largest nation globally, covering an impressive land area of more than 9.9 million square kilometers. Canadians consume more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world. The world's longest street, Yonge Street in Ontario, Canada, stretches over 1,896 kilometers. The Canadian Rockies boast some of the most breathtaking scenery on Earth, including Mount Robson, the highest peak in the Rockies. Canada has more lakes than all other countries combined, with around 60% of the world's lakes located within its borders. Basketball was invented by Canadian James Naismith in 1891. The Canadian national anthem, O Canada, was first performed in 1880 and officially adopted in 1980. Canada is home to 1/10 of the world's forests, covering about 347 million hectares. The beaver is the national animal of Canada and has been a symbol of the country since the 17th century fur trade. In Canada's Northwest Territories, it's illegal to lock your car in case someone needs to escape from wildlife like bears. Canada's CN Tower held the title of the world's tallest freestanding structure for 32 years until 2007. Poutine, a dish from Quebec made of fries, cheese curds, and gravy, is a staple across the country. Canada has a desert called the Osoyoos Desert, located in British Columbia. Canada is home to 60% of the world's polar bears. The province of Newfoundland and Labrador has its own time zone, 30 minutes ahead of the Atlantic time zone. Montreal holds the title of the second-largest city in the world, where French is the primary language, following Paris. In British Columbia's Okanagan Lake, Canada has its own legendary creature known as Ogopogo, akin to the Loch Ness Monster. St. Paul, Alberta is home to the first-ever UFO landing pad, which was constructed in 1967. Canada's national parks are huge, with Wood Buffalo National Park being larger than Switzerland. Canada is the largest producer of maple syrup, responsible for over 70% of the world's supply. Toronto is one of the most multicultural cities in the world, with over 200 distinct ethnic groups. Canada is home to the largest freshwater island in the world, Manitoulin Island, located in Lake Huron. Hockey players from Canada make up a significant percentage of the National Hockey League (NHL). Prince Edward Island is Canada's smallest province by both population and land area. Canada has been the proud host of the Olympic Games on 3 occasions, in Montreal in 1976, Calgary in 1988, and Vancouver in 2010. The iconic Canadian flag, adorned with the distinctive maple leaf, was officially adopted on February 15, 1965. Lacrosse is recognized as Canada's official national sport, while ice hockey is cherished as another favorite pastime across the nation. Canada recognizes both English and French as its official languages. The beloved character Winnie the Pooh was inspired by a black bear named Winnipeg, hailing from Canada. Quebec is responsible for producing over 77% of the world's maple syrup. The Bay of Fundy, situated between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, is known for having the highest tides on the planet. Over 2 million caribou roam the wilds of Canada, primarily in its northern regions. The Trans-Canada Highway, extending nearly 8,000 kilometers, holds the title of the longest national highway in the world. In 2005, Canada became the 3rd nation globally to legalize same-sex marriage. Parts of northern Canada frequently showcase the breathtaking northern lights, or aurora borealis. While ice hockey is the official winter sport of Canada, curling also enjoys immense popularity. Canada Day, celebrated on July the 1st, marks the anniversary of the country's confederation in 1867. The national motto of Canada, Amari usque ad mare translates to from sea to sea. Nunavut, which became Canada's newest territory in 1999, is home to the Inuit population. Smarties, the candy resembling M&Ms, originated in Canada. Established in 1885, Banff National Park in Alberta holds the title of Canada's oldest national park. Canada's National Police Force, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, was founded in 1873. The Hudson's Bay Company, established in 1670, is one of the world's oldest companies. Canada's only desert, located in British Columbia, is less than 15 miles long. Canada's first national park, Banff, was created after railway workers discovered hot springs. Tim Hortons, a popular coffee chain, was founded by Canadian hockey player Tim Horton in 1964. Canada's literacy rate is over 99%, making it one of the most educated countries in the world. The longest international border in the world is the one between Canada and the US. Canada has 6 time zones, covering a vast geographic area from coast to coast. Canada is the largest supplier of uranium in the world, which is used to produce nuclear energy. The coldest temperature ever recorded in Canada was a 63 degrees 81 degrees in Snag, Yukon, in 1947. The city of Churchill, Manitoba, is known as the polar bear capital of the world. Toronto's Path is the world's largest underground shopping complex, stretching over 30 kilometers. Canada's national dish, poutine, was invented in rural Quebec in the 1950s. The ice wine industry in Canada is world famous, particularly in the Niagara region. Canada's Parliament Hill in Ottawa hosts an annual changing of the guard ceremony during summer months. The $1 coin in Canada is called a loonie, and the $2 coin is a toonie. In Saskatchewan, daylight savings time is not observed in most of the province. St. John's, Newfoundland, is the oldest city in North America, founded in 1497. Canada's Great Bear Rainforest in British Columbia is one of the largest temperate rainforests in the world. Canada is one of the top 10 oil producers in the world. Over 20 million Canadians, or 57% of the population, live in Ontario and Quebec. The Dempster Highway in Yukon is the only Canadian highway that crosses the Arctic Circle. Canada's Iceberg Alley in Newfoundland is famous for floating icebergs that can be seen from the coast. Canada is one of the few countries with a predominantly bilingual film and television industry. In Quebec, it's mandatory for all business signs to be in French. Ottawa, the capital of Canada, is known for its Rideau Canal, which becomes the world's largest skating rink in winter. Canada is home to the only polar bear jail in the world, located in Churchill, Manitoba. Canada was the birthplace of insulin, discovered by Canadian scientist Frederick Banting in 1921. In Quebec, many households have outdoor clotheslines because the province restricts the use of dryers during peak hours. The Moose Jaw tunnels in Saskatchewan are rumored to have been used by Al Capone for bootlegging in the 1920s. Canada has a holiday called National Maple Syrup Day, celebrated every December 17. The largest non-military explosion in history prior to the atomic bomb occurred in Halifax, Nova Scotia in 1917. Canada is one of the most peaceful nations, consistently ranking high on the Global Peace Index. Canada is home to the largest number of lakes in the world, estimated at over 2 million, with many of them found in Ontario. The world's largest skating rink, the Rideau Canal in Ottawa, is over 7.8 kilometers long and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Canada has its own Stonehenge, called the Kitwanga Henge, located in British Columbia. The Royal Canadian Mint produces coins for several countries around the world, not just Canada. The country has a polar desert called the Arctic Archipelago, which receives very little precipitation and is mostly covered in ice. Canada has a town called Dildo in Newfoundland, which has gained attention for its amusing name. Canada has more donut shops per capita than any other country, largely due to the popularity of Tim Hortons. In 2015, Canada welcomed over 300,000 Syrian refugees as part of its humanitarian efforts. The country's first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald, helped establish the Canadian Pacific Railway, which united the country. The Canada goose is a common bird in the country and is known for its distinctive honking sound and migratory patterns. The moose, which is often considered Canada's national animal, can weigh over 500 pounds and is the largest species of deer. Canada is home to the world's largest French-speaking population outside of France, with Quebec being a major center of French culture. The Inuit people refer to the Arctic region of Canada as Inuit Nunat, which means the land of the Inuit. The province of Alberta is known for its vast oil sands, contributing significantly to Canada's economy. Canada has an estimated 25,000 different species of plants, making it one of the most biodiverse countries. The Canadian dollar is often referred to as the loonie due to the image of a common loon on the $1 coin. Canada's provincial flag of British Columbia features the Union Jack and the province's coat of arms, symbolizing its British heritage. There's a tradition in Newfoundland called screeching in, which involves newcomers kissing a codfish to become honorary Newfoundlanders. Canada's northernmost settlement, Alert Nunavut, is located just 817 kilometers from the North Pole. The official residence of the Prime Minister of Canada, 24 Sussex Drive, is located in Ottawa and has been home to several prime ministers since 1951. There you have it, incredible facts about Canada that showcase its diversity, natural beauty, and unique cultural quirks. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating content. See you next time.